Hey guys, we got a little bit of banging going on in the background here. You might hear a little bit here and there. They're doing some work down below. But today I want to do a video about expats. And expats are basically people who are relearning how to do things on their own. Because most expats here are kind of like relearning everything. When you get here, you realize you're on your own basically, and you might have a girlfriend or something like that, but you're still learning how to live on your own again because all of our lives, most of us have been married, had girlfriends, had, we've worked sometimes 2-3 jobs or what have you. And we've really had very little time to get to know who we are, who this guy is. The guy we have to get up and look at every day in the mirror. It's kind of difficult sometimes to try to figure out who you are when you're working 7 days a week or you have very little time off to yourself and you have to take care of your family, and you kind of get a gist of who you are, but you really don't get to know who you are till you get to a place where you're on your own for a while. And it's kind of nice being in a place where you're kind of on your own. I mean, I have my girlfriend and everything, but I'm really still kind of on my own. I'm kind of away from my family from back home. I'm kind of away from my old friends. And when I look back at that, it's like, I'd rather be over here than over there. Although I miss my family and I miss my friends and stuff like that, and we talk often, I like the experience of becoming Steve, becoming who I am. And, I vlog, you guys know I vlog and I tell everything from my point of view, and it is my point of view. And then, people can, say, well, I don't agree with him or I agree with him. But either way, it's still my point of view. And a lot of vloggers over here, they share their point of view, and they're all kind of different and everything, and they have their different perspective about things, and it's always kind of different on that, and it's interesting to watch some of them. I don't get much time to watch vloggers. Like I said, I try to come here to be myself, to learn who I am, and to better myself, and not become like other people. A lot of expats around here want you to become like them. I don't want to be like anybody else. I want to be Steve, and a lot of people will keep telling you got to do this, you got to do that. Not for me, I might be wrong, I might be right, but either way, it's me, that you're dealing with. And I enjoy the Philippines. I love the Philippines, and a lot of you guys will too. And the reason why I wanted to bring this up is because when a lot of guys come here, they're new. And they're on their honeymoon for like at least anywhere from 3 months to a year before they start seeing the flaws in the Philippines and the flaws in themselves too. Sometimes they opened up that baggage that you weren't supposed to open up when you get here. They didn't leave it behind on the tarmac back wherever they came from. They carried it with them, and then 6 months later or a year later they opened it up. That's what we got to be careful of. Don't be that guy. And I'm not going to go too much into that. We've talked about that too much in the past, but I did want to talk about that. And you can see that even on with some of the vloggers around here, they open up their baggage right online, right on YouTube for everybody to see who they are by downing other people, things like that. We see that also. I see it against me. We see it against other vloggers. That's the person us expats don't want to be. I want to be here. I want to live here in peace. People like that don't fit in here, and they shouldn't be here. If anything, my thoughts on that are if you're attacking other people here, I think you should be thrown out of the country. If you're attacking other people for no reason at all, get these people out of here. And I'd like to send that out to the Philippine government, because we have a lot of people out there that are trashing women, showing women in a very sexual, provocative way out there, things like that, and trashing vloggers, trashing Filipinos, trashing the Filipino culture, things like that, and really going hardcore heavy on it. That's not who we are as expats over here. All of us get in arguments once in a while over here, and sometimes for good reason. That's one thing. But it's another thing if you're trashing people just for the sake of trashing people, just for fun or for sport or pleasure or whatever. That's sick. We have those type of people over here too. We also have people, expats, that love to trash other people over here behind their backs and stuff. We have Filipinos over here that do that too. Those are the people. Try to stay away from them. Try to grow on your own. Sometimes you're better off being alone or just being around the people that you love the most. When you see people that are taking you down, just stay away from them. Just stay away from them. Rediscover yourself on your time. A lot of times I like staying home. Sometimes I like going out. I go out and I do things. Yesterday I did the Thanksgiving bash that we had. We had about 55 people, by the way. We had 55 to 60 people at our bash, and we had a lot of fun. We had a lot of good people show up. I didn't get much time to talk to everybody because we only stay there for about an hour and a half, 2 hours or whatever. Eat, we'd sit there and chit chat and talk or whatever. But we had a lot of fun. You know, everybody had a few drinks and had their steaks or whatever they ordered there, and it was a good time had by all. And some people took their families too, which is great for Thanksgiving. And I'm kind of glad that people did take their families, because that's what our get together is about. But part of that is part of living here is rediscovering not just yourself, but new friends, new people, and people that you want to take into your new family. Because over here, your family basically is your friends. It's not blood. You know, it might be your girlfriend or your wife's relatives, which is kind of blood, I guess you could say. It's her blood, and you guys are in a union now where you become one because you're married or whatever. And a lot of us, you know, that's our new family over here. We've become accustomed to being around these people and growing and becoming better people. In most cases, a lot of us become better people. One of the things I noticed about my group is we have an exceptional group. We have our people that pass through and they have a hard time adjusting around other people. We just let them go on their own because either they're problematic or they brought their baggage here or whatever. We just let those go. But the people, and some people just pass through, they stay for like a year or two and they want to move to another area. It's not because of people, it's because, and sometimes it is because of people, sometimes it's just that they want to move on and try something new somewhere else, maybe someplace cooler like Baguio, or maybe they want to go to Cebu or some other area, Makati or what have you, or maybe their money has changed. Maybe a pension kicked in, or their Social Security kicked in, or they got an estate, some money from an estate or whatever. It's all these are things that can change your style of living over here. And maybe you want to kick it up a notch and move someplace else into a house rather than an apartment or something like that. And some people like being living in a one-bedroom apartment or a studio, or living in a condo that's really tiny. Some people want the view or whatever. And, I'm a person that likes living small. I'll be honest with you. Do I like having a bigger space? Yeah, sometimes I do. It depends. But for the most part, I'm okay where I'm at, because I've discovered I can live like that. And it kind of helps me a lot to understand who I am and everything. But anyway, guys, when you're out there and you're living, rediscover yourself. God bless, guys. Take care.